Hi everyone and welcome to a very different Love Talk. We're on our way to Eastbourne. We just stopped here at a service station and we're going to go on a boat fishing trip, which is a first for me. Is it a first for you, Elena?
Yes, it is actually. I'm so excited about it.
And we're going to be speaking about being your partner's biggest fan. Yeah. How important is that?
Very important, and you know that. Who is your number one fan?
I believe you are. So we're going to go back on the road and we'll see you inside the boat in just a few moments.
I'm the person you don't see on the program. I'm the cameraman, editor, and does everything that we have to do behind the scenes. So as you can see, we're in the car right now, and we're off to Eastbourne to do some fishing. Isn't that right, James?
Yes, I'm doing my nails. Getting ready.
That's why we can smell a lot of nail polish in the car right now.
Alright. Can't do without my nail polish.
James is concentrating.
Driving, concentrating in traffic.
And then if I take the camera, you'll see the person who's holding the camera, which you don't see as well in the program.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to go fishing. I'm a bit scared of the boat though because I'm a bit sick.
Right, we're finally here and we're in front of the beautiful, wonderful boat. We're gonna go out fishing now called Emma Louise. And the idea is for me to catch the biggest fish.
Not really. The idea is that I will beat you on this one.
Right, and remember, today we're talking about being your partner's number one fan. So I shouldn't really be rooting for myself, I should be rooting for her.
Exactly.
But let's see what happens. I'm excited to see how this one pans out. Are you excited as well?
Very, very, very. My first time fishing, actually.
First time fishing?
Yeah.
Mine too. And by the way, if you have some time off, a morning, afternoon, a whole day, especially now to enjoy the summer weather, this is a wonderful thing for you to do with your partner. Actually, we'll be interviewing the captain of the boat very shortly as well. Let's get on board and see what happens. Hi everyone, we're here now, not high at sea, just off the coast, and we've been spending some time here learning how to fish. I actually got something, and you're going to see that a little bit later. But today we're talking about being your partner's number one fan. You can see here my shirt, Elena's number one fan. I hope you can see it well there in the camera. And Elena's wearing the James's number one fan. And as we're talking here, our skipper, he just got some more fish. We'll be speaking to him in just a moment. The important thing for you to understand about being your partner's number one fan is that there's two sides of the coin. There's a benefits for you when you support him or her, and there's a benefits for her. And of course, if you motivate your partner, if you are their number one fan, of course there's a lot of benefits for you, because if you make her feel better, if you make her feel more sure of herself, then that's going to bring benefits back to you, right?
Well, you know about that, right?
First-hand experience, for sure.
But it wasn't always like this. The other way, the opposite also happens when all you do is to criticize your partner or put him down with your words or even just a look. That really also has very, very bad.
And actually, you don't even know what someone is able to do sometimes, because sometimes the person doesn't believe that they can do something, but with your support, you motivating them, rooting for them, is going to make them be able to do things they never thought they could. For example, when we got here in this boat today, you never thought you could fish, right? But you actually, in the end...
No, I didn't get anything, but my friend over there, she helped me, but that's what it is, you as a couple, as an item, like they say, the other person has to feel and to see that you are there to support her. There will be things that the other person is not comfortable talking about, with their family members or even close friends. But with you, the person will be comfortable. And if you don't show your support, then that will be very negative in your relationship.
And by the way, if in a relationship, if you are not your partner's number one fan, then who's going to be? Right? If you don't support him or her, who's going to support them? And by the way, many relationships have been messed up because the partner wasn't supporting the other one. And when the other person's down, if someone else shows up supporting them, that, it's the support the person was lacking. It causes problems, and that's how relationships get broken.
A lot. You will see that many failed relationships, they start like this. They live together, or they are very close to one another. They've been together for a while, but then you lose that special touch of always complimenting your partner, of always, praising your partner for something that he did or she did that was hard for her. And you stop doing these little things that really mean a lot to her. And then when she goes to work, what happens? Someone else praises her or praises him, and then... that's it. Things start going wrong, and you don't know where it all started. But this is where it all starts, when you don't believe in the other person.
Yeah, and actually remember that when you are in a relationship, whether you're married or not, you become a team. And one of the most important things in a team is to have supporters. No team would do well without supporters. I mean, you only have to see your football team when they play at home. They are at an advantage, right? Because the supporters are right behind them. And the same thing is in a relationship. If you are behind your partner, if you're telling them that they can do something, even if they believe they can't. Because sometimes the person may believe they can't do something, but you believe they can. And just by you telling them that, it's going to change their frame of mind, right?
A lot. I remember, when we first got married, I had a lot. I'm not very courageous as a person with some things. With many things I am, but not with some things. And I did overcome many things because of your support. And I know this it means a lot to me, because I used to have certain insecurities, and I know this means a lot to people at home as well. And it's really, really important that you show your support in every single way.
And not to mention, the benefits are not just for the person that you support. There's a lot of benefits for you as well, because the person will want to pay you back, right? It's like you
I have credit. I have a lot of credit with you, don't I?
Yeah, it's like they become in debt with you, right? So they need to pay you back. It's not a spoken rule, it's an unspoken rule, but in the end...
Spontaneous. The person is always there for you. The person understands you. Maybe no one is talking about it. Maybe you are in a situation where you feel afraid of something or not confident. Maybe you're going for a job interview or something, but the person is there with you. She understands that you're feeling nervous, but she's there secretly. No one knows, only you and her knows. But the person is there encouraging you with even the way she looks at you.
Yeah.
You know?
And by the way, something very important is that sometimes you're asking why your partner doesn't understand you, doesn't work together with you, is not part of a team together with you. And the problem is that you're not investing in the relationship, not just with time, but motivating the person, telling them that they can do certain things. When you do that, you become closer than ever. You have something between both of you that nobody else has, and that's very important. So, and remember,
And this will get you through a lot of problems in your relationship, because no relationship is perfect. But when you face adversity, many things happen along the way. As we said in previous shows, many things change. You change as a person. Your health may change. I don't know. People change, get older. I don't know. But you have this special bond.
and remember that maybe you say, well, I don't motivate her or him, but I don't criticize either. That's not good enough, right? What's the point of 50,000 fans in a stadium if they're all quiet, right? There's no point. So the idea is for you to be vocal, for you to motivate, and that's going to make the relationship a lot better. Actually, in the second part of our show, we're going to be speaking to the skipper of the boat here. He's going to tell us about couples who come on the boat here. And actually, there's a little bit of a competitive edge going on because of the, who catches the biggest fish or the most fish.
Actually,
so we're going to hear from him in a moment.
Actually, now there's actually a different competition. Who feels sick the first? Because it's our very first time here. I'm enjoying this experience, and I can hear my producer laughing there at the back because she's really feeling sick. But I'm feeling better now, and I'm really, really enjoying this. This is definitely something couples should do.
But actually, coming out here with your partner is an opportunity for you to bond, right? We're here, we have the camera crew with us, but apart from that, you can talk, you can have a little bit of a competition, and it's only going to make your relationship better. In the second half, we'll be speaking to the skipper, Mick, who will tell us hopefully some stories about couples in their competitions here on the boat. He just ran away, but hopefully we can get a word from him afterwards. We'll be right back. Great job, high five. Did you get that from?
Wow! Buddy, really? Wow! Buddy, keep on going. Oh my God! If I go in, if I don't catch anything, I have to do the next one.
Four things, that's your dinner. That's your dinner.
What?
That's your dinner later on. Mackerel. Grilled mackerel, bit of lemon and salt, pepper.
That's what it
Then I caught something. There's something there. Woo! See it?
You've got the biggest so far.
Not the biggest. Get a good shot of that. First time ever. Huh? Great stuff. Good. Welcome back. I have here the skipper, Mick, right next to me, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the boat and what he does.
Boat's Emma Louise, and obviously we do fishing trips, sightseeing trips for couples, families, anyone that really wants to go on such an excursion.
Who's the best fisher, men or women?
Or I think you know the answer to that. It's usually the women.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious, yes. Normally the women outfish the men, and the children outfish the men.
Wow, I'm surprised by that. Now, what about competition? Do they get a little bit competitive, a little bit too much sometimes?
Yeah, generally the man starts it and the woman normally ends up finishing it because she catches more. But it's all done in good fun. It's all in good fun.
So that's some news for me actually. I caught one fish today. Elena didn't catch anything just because she was a little bit afraid, not because she's not a good fisherwoman, if that word exists. If you want to spend an afternoon out, a morning out here in the sea, like Mick said, today's a little bit choppy, but usually very calm. If you want to have an afternoon here chatting and enjoying yourselves and actually getting to know yourselves better, and not just challenging your partner, but supporting your partner, then this is the place to be.
Hi Love Talk, I'm here at Qualisea in Eastbourne and I'm here with Katerina, the restaurant manager. How are you, Katerina?
I'm fine, thank you.
Brilliant. Could you tell me and the audience a bit about the history of the restaurant?
We've been here now 21 years, come 1st of December. It's a family-run business initially. Started off with my parents in the late 60s, relocated here 21 years ago, Old Bank, and we've been here ever since and got quite a nice large regular customers that come in and obviously pick up the summer trade as well.
Yeah, I noticed that when we first came in it was absolutely chocker, so that's really good. You've got, you know, the customers and that, and I can also notice that you've got takeaway service here as well.
Yeah, actually takeaway service is a very large part of our business actually as well. We have a lot of loyal customers and we're just about to start doing delivery as well come September, so
yeah, that would be good. So you mentioned that you took over the restaurant from your parents.
yes, about 25 years ago, and me and my brother were in partnership and we moved here together. About 12 years ago I bought him out. He moved to Australia, he's back now, but so very family run, yes.
So if any of the viewers want to know, if they're travelling and they're visiting Eastbourne, could you tell them, you know, your details here and how to find you?
Yeah, absolutely. We're on the main sort of walkway in Eastbourne Terminus Road. So literally, if you're on the seafront, you just turn straight down off it. We're here. We've got we're phone calls. You can ring up. We're online now as well. Facebook, so they can find us on Facebook. TripAdvisor, which is good reviews at the minute, which is very good too.
So guys, you cannot come to Eastbourne without coming to Qualisea. So if you do come down here, then you better come to this restaurant because I've had the great opportunity to eat the food and it's absolutely amazing. So come and down and get your fish and chips.
Right, we just got back. We're here at the marina, about the harbor, about to go in. And
Lovely experience, isn't it? Different.
very, very nice. I mean, we actually caught quite a few fish. And there's something more we need to talk about before we end this show, which is, we mentioned earlier that if you are someone's #1 fan, you need to motivate the person, but you need to be careful because there are certain things that the partner does not want to hear. I mean, when you motivate them, they like to hear that motivates them. But there are certain things that women don't like to hear, men don't like to hear, right?
Yeah, there are certain truths that the person always deserves the truth, but you have to speak in a way that will not hurt the person's feelings. Because after all, there are things that she can't change or he can't change. So what you're going to do? Are you just going to let him know that he is the way he is and that's it? No, you want to motivate the person.
And sometimes, for example, like Elena said, sometimes you may say that you're saying the truth to the person, but there are certain things a person doesn't need to hear. And when we're saying this, we're not saying that you should hide the truth. We're saying that if you know that your partner can't do something, is afraid to do something, you can motivate, but you shouldn't really tell her, look, you can't do this is too much for you, it's too good for you, right? Stuff like this only hurts the relationship, right?
Yes, it hurts the relationship, and you lose that special thing about that you see in the other person. I can't even say, name it. When you look at someone, you see the person in a way, and then when you hear these kind of words, it's really like,
Because sometimes imagine your partner's going to go for a job interview, right? And maybe you think it's a great job, but you think maybe it's too great, too big for her shoes. It's not something you should say. Actually, you should say, look, go on, try, because what's the worst that could happen, right?
Yeah, and you never know, that will boost her confidence just by going there and by you telling her, just go and do it. You never know. Go, try it. Definitely.
And the thing is, if there is something that you should say to each other, then it always has to be motivation. We have to push the person to go forward. You always have to say to them, look, this is something you can do. I believe in you, right? Even if nobody believes in you, I do.
And also there are things that, of course, there are many stages, many times in our relationship where you need to have serious conversations. And really serious, that will maybe decide your future. But what should you do? You have to, choose a good time, a good place, and talk to the person in a nice tone. You can't just go and say, okay, this is it and this is what's happening. Talk to the person in a nice way. Yeah. I think that's important.
And that's it. And the key is always say you can. Remember, you are your partner's #1 fan. All right? It's been a pleasure to be here with you. Until next time. Have a wonderful evening.